Hello, a very good afternoon. Today we are here recording our second podcast with Miss Dellazzana. How are you doing, Amanda?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? How are you, Teacher Tiago?
Sure, I'm great. And yourself?
I'm very good, thank you. Hello, Rafa.
Hello.
Teacher Rafa.
Okay, so Amanda is a friend of ours, and she's here today, so we can talk about her experience living abroad, also about what she's doing at the moment, so we can practice our listening. So first of all, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, guys. It's my pleasure.
So Amanda, tell us a little bit about your experience living abroad.
Well, I had an experience living in Dubai with both of you guys, and I went there to work as cabin crew for Emirates, and my time living there was something like 3 years, around 3 years, and it was. It was an overwhelming experience. It was, a huge change in my life as a person. I could grown up a lot and experience things that you can only do when you go out, when you are abroad, and your brain expands, and somehow it was very nice.
I agree.
Amanda was thinking here, did you have any previous experience as a cabin crew here in Brazil? And about your English level, did you feel prepared when you first arrived there? I mean, you had studied here in Brazil before. Tell us a little bit about that. How was the preparation? Or you were caught by surprise and you just went there? How did it happen, please?
I was just thrown, it was crazy. I used to study English when I was little, and I had this very traditional way of learning in this in an English course, and I always liked a lot. It was something that used to give me a lot of pleasure. Listening to music. And studying, watching movies, things like that. I used to like that a lot, always. But I have a graduation in psychology, and I was like, trying to do something with my life. And I had just graduated, just finished my graduation, and I was told by a friend that there was this cabin crew. You could do this course to become a cabin crew in Brazil because it's different from there. And I started doing it for like 3 or 4 months. And then there was this chance to run for this job on Emirates, and that was it. I went to the full process and was very, very nervous because of my English that was so basic, and I could learn so much in there.
Me too.
It's crazy, isn't it? Because when you get there, there is no Portuguese. Like, there's no room for Portuguese. You start doing your supermarket list in English. You can only listen to English. You can only communicate in English.
And
your studies, your teachers. And there was this people from all over the world with the most different accents. And that was crazy because you had your own accent. And
I always say, sorry for interrupting. I always say that's a Babel Tower, because you were there with so many different accents. I think it's a little bit different from Rafael's experience, for instance, that was there in London and he was only being in contact with British people. So, but we had this different experience, right, Amanda? We were there with people from Turkey, from Asia, China, Indonesia, whatever, all different types of accents. And I think that made things a little bit harder, at least for me, just like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Yeah, it's not only, not only listening to native speakers. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge, especially after start flying. But even though I lived in London, I didn't only listen to British people, even at school or at work. It's a very international city, you know, but definitely it is a challenge if you're first moving abroad and you have to study in English and you have people from different backgrounds, because obviously my teachers in London were English, but in Dubai, it was different. Yeah, we had Indians, Polish, Pakistani,
Australian, Pakistani.
Yeah, but it was a good school because nowadays we can listen to anyone, you know, in this global language and understand them, right?
You say it globish, right, Rafael?
Yeah,
sorry,
globish. Yeah,
for interrupting you.
It's an expression.
I always loved this. Yeah, yes, because it's like you listen all these accents, you get kind of crazy. Yeah.
How about the cultural aspects?
The cultural was shocking at first. Yeah, but especially when you are a woman, Brazilian, Catholic, and you have a lot of things that are put in your little box, and you think the entire world will be like that. So
and all of a sudden you're moving to the Middle East.
Yes, crazy. So you
which
have
is completely the opposite. Yeah,
completely the opposite in terms of life understanding, in terms of even women rights, and so it was hard. It was hard. It was tough. That was a tough part. But I think mostly when you are in a community like that, where you have people from all over the world around you, and all types of culture, because of course we were in the Middle East, and there was this Muslim religion, Arabic culture, and you had to respect and try to understand that, and live a little bit by those rules.
Yep.
Which can be very difficult, but also you had people who were there bringing their stuff, you know, the way they did in their country. You had these little parties that we used to do, so everybody could bring a little bit of their things, how they did in Netherlands, how they did in Australia, how they did in, I don't know, in Egypt, and, you know, in different places. So that was something that changed the experience completely, because you were all across the world, but by yourself, but you had like this community, this family, and that helps you to make peace with your own accent, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe when you go there, you have this idea that you will learn a British English, an American English, and say Australian English, and there is this perfect way of speaking. But the thing is, you have to get this freedom to let your own accent, your own way of speaking come out. You have to somehow bring out that.
Yeah, I like that.
Me too.
It's our own identity, isn't it? Bringing out your own identity is very important, because at the end of the day, we don't go abroad to learn to be, let's say, a gringo. But we go abroad to be ourselves, and the communication is in English or Globish, but it's just a way of communicating. You don't have to leave yourself behind, if you know what I mean.
No, of course not. I think that it's all about that. You have to make peace with yourself. so you can relax a little bit and let this English come out your own way.
Yeah. You know, Chi, that's a very good piece of advice for our students, you know, because sometimes some of them are really worried about, you know, getting it 100% right and not making mistakes. How many mistakes have you done, Amanda?
Oh my God.
I've done hundreds. It was so difficult at first. Yeah, I totally get it, you know, Amanda.
Oh my God. You get there. Yeah, isn't it? You get there, you come out of the plane and someone is already speaking to you in English, talking about the currency, how things are going, the weather, something. And you know, you are like barely, no, you're so little. You know, I used to live with this girl and she opened up the door to me at first and she was like, hi, sweetheart, darling, dear, blah, 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 in English. And I thought, oh my God, I'll never learn. Yeah, I'll never get it. But, you know, you have to make mistakes so you can learn with that.
It's important, right? Mistakes are good. They're part of the process.
Yeah, of course they are. Mm-hmm.
As a psychologist, I think you can tell more about it. People are scared of making mistakes because sometimes they are shy or because they have, you know, some trauma in their background.
They're afraid of judgment, right? External judgments. That's
something to break through, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
We gotta work the psychological aspects of it as well, because for example, for our students, if you don't convince them that it's okay to make mistakes, they may never speak. Yeah.
They'll never evolve, develop. They'll never thrive, right? It's something that we need to work all the time.
They maybe will always, just like Rafa said, they will always get behind trying to protect themselves with this idea of a perfect English, no mistakes English, or someone will speak better.
Yeah. How about the traveling? What places have you been? What places did you like the most? Tell us a little bit about this cabin crew adventure with Emirates.
Did you like it, by the way? Did you like being a cabin crew, Amanda?
Oh, I used to love it.
Really,
not when I was there.
Working hard,
it more.
The good side of it.
Yeah, but it was great. I've been all over the world. So many places I not even knew existed, and so many cultures. And I've been to some very special places with you. I hope you guys know Rafa is my very sweetheart, best friend.
I'm getting jealous.
Don't be.
Great Walls of China was an experience.
Oh, you were there together. I miss
that. I thought now that's what came through my mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
You went there together. I even didn't remember that.
I think we went there twice.
Really?
We went there twice.
Twice together. And to Russia as well, to Moscow.
To Russia.
Yeah.
Twice together.
Twice together.
That was a crazy trip. Huh?
I remember us asking information, you know, people think English is hard, but come on, go to Moscow and then you're going to see what is hard.
Oh my God, go to Moscow, go to the metro and try to get somewhere.
Remember, we used to count the stations, but we asked the hotel at first, how many stations it is to the Red Square? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10.
Because they don't have English signs, right? It's all in Russian. So
Russian alphabet.
Yeah. How can you move in a place like that?
And I'll never forget us asking information for a Russian woman at the street. And, and then she was like, this place, and she was like, da, which means yes, in Russian. So many nice experiences.
But Moscow is such a great place. It's amazing, and Russian. I think this culture is super cool. We went together.
Madrid.
We went to Madrid to spend my birthday.
We saw a flamenco show.
Yeah,
really?
With Fer, a very good friend of ours.
Yeah, we have to bring Fer here.
oh my God, she will rock the moon. She will be just fantastic.
Nice.
She's amazing.
We went to Paris. We went to Lyon.
Up the Eiffel Tower.
Oh,
Did you do that tour up there? Did you have like a meal?
No, we went.
They've got a restaurant up there, don't they?
Yeah, we went up there. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They have a restaurant, and you can have a glass of champagne.
Yeah. You remember it was.
You're very fancy, you two. Yeah. Come on.
Excuse us. But it used to be very easy to just jump on each other's flights and travel around. Yeah, it was very accessible. Yeah, we made the most of it. Yeah,
we did.
Yeah,
we did. We certainly did.
So,
and you guys are still doing it.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to terminate your contract there with Emirates, Amanda? And would you do it again? I mean, would you live abroad again in other conditions, perhaps in another country? Because I think the culture shock, at least for us, for me and for you, was very important and relevant for our stay there. So tell us a little bit about that. How it was a brilliant experience, but how did it end? And if you would do this again some other time, perhaps some other place or country
or some culture. Other life.
I would absolutely do it again in another place, in another situation, in another country, in another life. I still want to do it. I still dream about it, to do it maybe by myself, going through my studies or with my kids, or with one of you guys, something like that. I would certainly do that again. I recommend, I dream to do it again, to live abroad at least once
It is a very enriching experience. Yeah, we get to know more about ourselves and see that we are not the only people in the world and our culture. Yeah, it's very important. There is a lot of growth when you live abroad. You look after yourself, you pay your bills, you work. Not that we don't do that here, but it's kind of different.
It's totally different because you have to do like a double work, a double job. You make your brain work a lot as well. And regarding the end of it, how it was that T asked me, it was I was missing home a lot. It was a long time. It's a crazy life. You do these crazy flying hours. You work a lot at night, and it's like very far from my hometown. And when I went there, I wasn't thinking like I would spend my life doing that, or I had this in my mind, in my heart, that would most likely be something.
You had a deadline, yeah? You had a deadline.
I had a deadline, I think so. And my contract ended, and I decided not to carry on, not to continue. So it was cool. It was
a phase.
It was something that could have a closure, like I could close that and get back. And also we came all together. Half a came as well.
Yeah, soon after.
So it was nice. I have the very good, very best memories. Best memories from those moments.
And the friends that remain, those are the most important things.
Just the best.
Yeah. How about your return? What was the first thing you did when you first arrived in Santa Maria, Rio Grande do Sul? I know it. As a job.
I started teaching English.
Yeah, I know it.
And I was teaching for 1 year. And it was a very nice experience as well.
Yeah.
It was very nice. It was it was very similar to the way you guys proposed to teach in Bring Out, because you would go there, you would talk about your experience, you would throw yourself, so you would help the students to get them comfortable with the language and with their mistakes, just like T said. So it was nice. I was teaching for 1 year, and I didn't have an experience as an English teacher, but I could learn from a teacher. So all the grammar and all these very specific parts, and so it was a very nice, a very fluid, easygoing way to to bring knowledge.
And
Great.
Amanda, what about right now? I mean, nowadays, what's your job? Tell us a little bit about what you are doing right now. You said you are a psychologist, right? Could you tell us a little bit about it? Did you go back to the clinical practice? Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing nowadays. That's my new love in life. I came back from Dubai, and I was teaching English for 1 year. And
that was 2012, wasn't it? 10 years ago.
2012, 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years
time
ago.
Time flies.
Yeah, oh my God. Then I started to do a master's degree. And when I was almost finishing, I got pregnant from my first baby, my Lorenzo.
Oh.
And so I decided to take some time, to stay home with him, raise him. And then I had my second baby, Pietro. And so I took this time, for being with them. And now it's been a year that I'm back to studying psychology again, practicing, and it's been a new, very nice, very, very nice, special journey as well.
Great, so great.
It's nice to hear all your experience, your journey, and what you have been up to. So if you could give our students a piece of advice with regards to learning English, what would you say?
I would say be yourself. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. It's only good things that will come out from showing yourself when you speak English.
Definitely. And we know that nowadays it's a vital skill, like I said in our previous podcast, it used to be something different, like an ability, an extra ability. But nowadays, everybody must speak English to survive in the business environment, to survive in their jobs, throughout their careers. So it's vital. It's very important that everybody start studying and progress, right?
Absolutely, yes. It's it can even become your job when you go to
like it did for us. Absolutely.
Yeah, like it did for us, for T as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's a turning point.
Definitely.
It is. And it's only about practicing, right, guys? If you don't have that, I'm tired of saying to all my students and mentees, if you don't go there, try to practice as much as you can with foreigners. Even Brazilians were able to speak English. You're not going to get better. So the best way is this way, go there, give it a try. Don't be shy. You will make mistakes.
Show yourself, yeah.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game, right? The mistakes will come, but that's it.
And you're gonna laugh of them.
Yeah.
You're gonna laugh about them a lot later.
Yeah.
If you do not make mistakes, it's not funny.
Yeah,
and if it's not
true.
Fun, if it's not
too
easy
boring,
going,
yeah. I know.
Yeah.
The mistakes are like steps, that you gotta climb up in order to succeed. But nowadays there are so many resources, like content like this that we create weekly, where you can, practice your listening, and the internet is full of resources as well. I remember when I was 19 and I first started studying, there was nothing. I would only have books and some tapes that my teacher used to bring me. Nowadays you have everything at hand. You just have to put it on Google or on YouTube, and you have access to any doubts or any pronunciations, any vocabulary that you want to know.
It's so much easier.
Yeah, there's no excuse, it's easier nowadays.
Yeah, and it's like everywhere, all around. There's English all around, all over you. So if you get to pay attention a little bit, you'll see that you are already speaking a lot.
Definitely, because we are constantly being immersed in English, even here in Brazil. My students from my immersion course always says that they have everything inside of them, and they just have to bring it out, literally,
Including, for example, I was just thinking here, because we are, I'm originally a physiotherapist, so we are from the same health area. So if you think about all the scientific articles and papers, they're mostly in English, right, Amanda? So even for reading and expressing yourself, if you need to go for a congress, or if you want to talk to someone from other country about your area, for example, psychology, you will need to have this skill. You will be able to talk to someone through a video call, just like we're doing today. It's nice and easy, it's simple, so it's just up to you to go there and try to make the best and bring it out and make this evolution. It's only up to you, and we are here to help you. We are all the way.
At Bring Out, we are always, providing these comprehensive materials where people can practice. And like, I know we have said that a lot, but bring it out.
You guys are the best. Your students are so lucky to have you.
We're lucky to have you here today.
Having this atmosphere that you guys can create, it's fun, it's easy. There's no room for judgment or for, I don't know, laughing or being shy because of your mistakes. So I think you guys are doing a great job, and I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, darling. People, like we were saying, people have no idea how much they know already, It made me remind of a Greek myth where the gods want to hide knowledge from humans. And they try to put up the mountains, and they say, no, one day the man will go there and will find it. Okay, so let's put knowledge down the ocean. But one day there will be submarines and they are gonna find it as well. But at the end they say, let's put it inside the man. And then we have to bring it out. The knowledge is all there already, There are lots that we know, and the only thing we have to do is to work hard in order to bring it out.
Adorable.
And there I go again, bring it out.
Okay.
It has been a pleasure talking to you.
A huge pleasure.
It's an immense honor to have you here, sharing with us your experience and bringing us some nice memories that we will cherish forever. And knowing that you are still very close to us and our very, very special good friend. Thank you very much, Amanda. And it's strange calling you Amanda, by the way.
Thank you guys very much. And congratulations for the work you are doing, for all this that you are building, bringing, You guys are very special and will be always in my heart. Love you.
Love you more. Thank you very much. It was nice talking to you. Bye-bye.
Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye,
see you. Cheers.